Hey all, Machine Washable here, and today we're going to look at the Home Depot 2024 Halloween lineup. They have a lot of really cool stuff this year. I'm kind of late to making this video, but let's just go ahead and get started.
Bear witness. This Halloween, he will reap what he sows.
First up, we have the 12-foot animated levitating Reaper. This guy is really cool. He's a bit basic, but he does what he's supposed to do very well. He's just this big Reaper guy levitating with his scythe. I love how Home Depot does their little levitating props. And he just looks really awesome. The lights look really cool. His voice is nice. Really cool overall.
For when trees have swallowed the sun, your eyes can hardly believe what horrors they see.
Next, we got this Inferno Deadwood 12-foot skeleton, basically. It's the same as all the other 12-foot skeletons. It doesn't move or anything. But this time, he has this really cool, like, dead tree-looking, like, rotting, like, wood look, which I think is really cool. I love the detail on this guy. The color changing LEDs I don't necessarily like. I wish that you could just change it to one color. I think green, red, blue would look good for this guy. But he's not too bad. He's cool.
The 7-foot Skelly's dog. Measuring 7 feet in length, this petrifying pooch is starving right down to the bone.
Next is the 7-foot Skelly's dog. The name is a little misleading because all of the heights that are mentioned in the 12-foot skeleton, you know, the names are the height, and this thing is 7 feet long, like 7 feet back, so it's not 7 feet tall. I think it looks to be like 4.5 feet tall, but he looks pretty cool. He's a little skeleton. He has the same eyes as the 12-foot skeleton. He's really funny. I can see lots of people getting this just to go along with the 12-foot skeleton. Not much to say, but he's pretty cute.
It's the perfect night for some devious pranks.
Indeed! You do well to steer clear of the 7.5-foot animated Trickster Trio.
This is the 7.5-foot Trickster Trio. It's basically 3 clowns stacked on top of each other, and they all light up, they all have moving mouths, and I think they talk to each other, kind of like the Spirit Halloween animated busts. These are pretty cool. I really like that you can have them stand separately. You can have them all just on the ground, but I don't really think that it looks very good. I feel like the best way you can display this guy is just like all 3 of them together. I'm not a huge fan of this. I know a lot of people were looking forward to this one. I feel like it just needs to do more. Like, yeah, they all light up and talk, but like maybe if they like move side to side. I know that they probably couldn't have done that with the clowns if you wanted to separate them, but it's a cool concept. We haven't really seen anything like this before. It's very unique.
Scares stay with you for years. Everything else is just child's play. As they say, you just can't keep a good guy down.
Oh wow, this is the 3.5-foot animated Chucky Doll. This is what we've needed from servo props. I love that Home Depot has been doing so many servo props. I'm not actually tired of it at all. This guy looks so good. I love that we actually have gotten a Chucky doll that looks like a doll, but then also has this super realistic movement and animation. It looks really awesome. I love that he looks around, that he like smiles, that he, you know, like he moves side to side. This all works for me. I really love this guy. He does a great job at being a very creepy, realistic Chucky doll. I feel like Home Depot should be really proud.
I've created life!
It's alive!
But will you be so lucky? Better keep your distance from the 7-foot animated Frankenstein's monster.
Coincidentally, another servo prop is the Frankenstein's monster. I'm pretty sure people already own this. I don't know how, but this prop looks so good. Again, with the Chucky, they were able to use the servos to make this prop just look so realistic and creepy. The whole thing about Frankenstein is that he's this scary, big creature guy that is alive. You know, he looks very alive. He looks around. He has those moving arms. This is so exciting to see props like this. This lineup is crazy.
Lost, are we? Saddle up with Ireland's own Nogginless Nightmare.
This is the 8.5-foot Knight Doulahan. I won't lie, this is kind of boring to me. We've seen a lot of props that are like headless horseman guys, and they actually are on horses. And I think that's really cool. This guy's box is probably gonna be really big. But I mean, he does what he's supposed to do, but what he's supposed to do isn't that exciting or new to me. Like, don't get me wrong, he has so much cool animation, and like the inside, the way his chest lights up, that looks really awesome. They went the extra mile and made like his whole head move, and like that looks really awesome. I don't think this guy really speaks to me much. He just seems a little generic.
He was known for walking through dark, narrow alleys and visiting his patients who were knocking on death's door.
This is the 7-foot animated Plague Doctor. I think it's safe to say this is the best Plague Doctor animatronic we've ever gotten. I know Spirit gave us one that was 7 foot but like didn't move at all. I like the look of this one a lot better as well. And also it like has so much movement. It has, I'm pretty sure, the same animation as the, I forget what year it was, but Home Depot also had this like gravedigger guy who had a shovel and a lantern. It was really cool, and this guy is also really awesome. They did a great job. He just looks really great. I love like the little light wiring they have on his chest. It just looks phenomenal.
To capture the essence of pirates of old, we made sure to include the greatest detail possible. His first mate, Parrot, helps him target every foe before his sword strikes down his enemies in battle.
Okay, this hands down is my favorite animatronic of this lineup, maybe even this year. This is the 7-foot animated Captain Cuts. All I can say is, oh my god, wow, this thing looks like a Disney animatronic. And I know people said that last year about Lethal Lily, but the detail this guy has compared to Lethal Lily is amazing. Like, his face, fully sculpted, everything works so well for this guy. He just looks so like unnervingly real. Like, it looks like that he would jump out at you and, you know, cut you up. He looks really awesome. He's just incredible. I don't know what else to say. This guy looks amazing.
Our team has been working on this piece for a long time, trying to perfect our version of a vampire, and we couldn't be more proud of this piece.
Next up is a 7-foot animated Victorian Vampire. This is basically just supposed to be Nosferatu, and he looks really awesome. He's so creepy. He has that perfect signature vampire look. He's just so unnerving. Again, with the servos, Home Depot just keeps knocking it out of the ballpark. I don't know what to say. I feel like they continue to win every single year with the lineup. This guy looks amazing. They said they spent a long time on it, and I can definitely tell this looks so good.
The Fear Valley Wolf incorporates our newest movement to be brought to market. We have utilized servo motors to replicate the snarling of a real wolf. As he gets angry, his lips lift to expose his teeth.
The Fear Valley Wolf is a pretty interesting one. They boasted about this new animation where his like lips move up to expose his teeth, which is really cool. You know, dogs do that in real life when they're like play fighting. They'll like try to intimidate the other dog by going like, ah. I just have noticed that with my own dogs. And it's pretty cool that they incorporated this motion. I almost wish that they gave him some kind of other motion. I say this about like every single prop that doesn't really move much, but I wish that it had some kind of like either head movement like side to side. I know it has the tail movement, but this guy just feels very like stationed, you know? And something about it is just not really lifelike to me. They gave so much animation with that mouth, but then they kind of just made him stand there. So I don't know what's going on with this guy.
Jack was definitely influenced by a classic mobster vibe. We gave the skeleton a golden color to make him stand out from the other guests at Dean's Bar. Make sure you study him closely for all the unique details incorporated into him.
This is the Jack of Spades. I can already tell there's a specific group of people that is really gonna like this prop, and I can definitely see why. It has this like kind of bar, you know, casino, gangster aesthetic, which is really fun. I really want to see like a full theme of somebody that makes like a bar with Dean the Deathologist, and then this guy playing at like a poker table or something. This guy fits this vibe really well. I think he looks really awesome. He's very unique.
Those pieces of art are what inspired this year's Marionette Witch. The hands and face are molded perfectly to give her a handcrafted look and feel.
This is the 7-foot Marionette Witch. People are comparing this so much to Bobby Strings at Spirit this year, and obviously I can see why. They're both these like animated marionette puppet things. I feel like this one, for the price of $99, that's like a third of what Bobby Strings costs. But to be very honest, I prefer Bobby Strings just in terms of like an actual animatronic. Obviously this thing is so much better of a deal, but like you can't beat this original like puppet looking creepy like little boy puppet thing. The witch is cool, but I don't really know if it exactly fits like the marionette vibe. It kind of just looks like they wanted to make a puppet.
With a value under $100 is our Soul Slash. This piece is the perfect partner for our Sitter of the Souls from last year's Deadwater collection.
Next up is our Soul Slasher animatronic. They said he's under $100, so I'm guessing that he's just $99. He's pretty cool. He has this like pointing animation, and I don't know why they say he looks good with the Sitter of Souls. I think they just like kind of look similar, but I don't really see how they would look good together. I'm sorry, they're completely different props. But he has this really cool, like, it's not a scythe. I don't know what the name of that thing is, but it almost is like a C shape. And he has that pointing animation, which I don't know if I like yet, but he's pretty cool. He looks good, and for his price, he's not too bad. Okay, there's two more statics I wanted to show. I didn't really want to show demos because they don't really do much. This is the tree thing. I imagine it will be displayed with that one 12-foot tree guy. It looks pretty cool. Again, don't love the rainbow LED eyes. And then next we have this 2.5-foot oozing cauldron. We usually have a cauldron from Home Depot every year. And this one is supposed to look like blood, which I think actually looks really cool. I like this a lot, and I think for the price it could be pretty good. I like this one. And lastly, this isn't technically a new animatronic, but it looks like the new models of the 12-foot skeletons have different like animations you can play in the eyes, which is really cool. You can put like fire or like swirls, kind of like Peekaboo Clown. Just really cool. A lot more customization for this guy. You can use him for different holidays and stuff. So that was a look at Home Depot's 2024 animatronic and prop lineup. Overall, we always get incredible stuff from Home Depot. I hate to say it, but I feel like this year they did better than Spirit. That's always the big question. Did they do better than Spirit? And this year I really think they did. We have so many cool servo props. We have some much needed ideas, much needed things that I feel like just work well in the Halloween scene. So yeah, let me know what y'all think of this lineup in the comments down below. I definitely really do love it. Let me know what your favorite or least favorite is in the comments down below, and I'll see y'all later.